Dead Space 3. We're on hardcore mode, chapter 11. Okay, so we got through the first part, chapter 11. Now we're hitting the optional mission, which is the co-op only one. I believe that we have two other side quests to do in this chapter. Okay, so once you get up to the door elevator that leads to this area, Carver sees the lady that walks in here. Okay, as you play as Isaac, you cannot see what he's seeing, and you're just like, dude, why are you tripping out? So anyway, once you get down in here, loot the area, and then head down the elevator.
Shit, sounds like it's jammed. What now?
I believe Carver was seeing something there, but I've played all these optional quests as Carver, done its own videos on that, so if you wanted to see what he's seeing, you can check out those particular videos. Whether you play as Carver or as Isaac, you will get the achievement for doing these optional quests. I believe right there he was kind of wigging out. Okay, some videos I mentioned that a lot of these layouts are very similar to, you know, the supply depot, whatever. The layout is very much similar, but they have you going through them different ways. So I guess just to save themselves some time, instead of creating new maps, they just used the same maps again and just kind of had you going through them in different directions and different enemies coming at you. But as you can see, as soon as you get down the ladder, you're going to start getting attacked here. And I believe these big coffins or boxes that I'm seeing is what Carver sees as big toy boxes or something or other. And there's toy soldiers around and so forth. But whether you play as Carver or Isaac, either way, you will get the achievement for doing these side quests. So the most important thing is being able to collect all the artifacts and circuits and stuff like that. You know, when you get to the end of the game, you'll get your achievement and your upgraded circuits for collecting everything, and that's the most important thing. Because when you start to hit chapter 13, 14 and up, you get all these alienated enemies. They got like super fast speeds and whatever, so they got black with glowing eyes and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, okay. A straggler there. It does kind of suck. The upgraded circuits is really, once you start getting to this kind of level of the game, they give you like these 2 plus something and then minus something else. That kind of sucks. You figure by this time of the game they'd be giving you 2 plus 2 circuits so you can kind of upgrade it, you know, as you're progressing through the game. But unfortunately, you really don't get anything good till the end of 14 or the later part of 14 when you get your first artifact collected. Okay, so once you get up here, get ready for a little horde battle. I'm covering the left, he's got the right. Okay, we are in hardcore mode, and at the end of every hardcore video there's a little clip on how to save the game. You definitely want to take that to heart.
Hey?
We've talked about it many times through the hardcore mode. I just think, you know, dying and then having the game reset is just kind of ridiculous. It's just, it doesn't really make it hard. I mean, there's so many times throughout the game that you could do something stupid and die, and you shouldn't have to be, you know, penalized to the point where you have to restart the game from the very beginning. But with the little trick of saving to your zip drive, you don't have to do that. But I don't know, it's just the game on a hard difficulty is just not that hard, you know, and the hardcore mode is just about if you die, you got to go back to the beginning. So, but, you know, we were under the assumption, you know, we got good weapons. They give you these weapon parts to upgrade your stuff, you know, and you're pretty much stocked up. You know, they could have just thrown 2 or 3 times the amount of enemies at you, you know, really, you know, giving yourself a good fight up in here. But if you play the game on normal and then done any of the other modes, you know, you're pretty, you know the game pretty well, so you're not going to really have any issues. Now, I believe this is one of these areas where cover's going to kind of wig out a little bit. So, well, maybe not. We were just trying to spawn up the enemies and get back to a nice spot to fight from. Anytime you can get into a fight and get your back to a wall where you know you're not going to get flanked is a good thing. Especially when we're in a position where we can both put our concentrated fire down line like this. I mean, the enemies are not going to stand a chance. Just like right there, we could have handled a couple dozen more enemies right there, you know. We got the ammo, we got the health. You know, they just should have, I think they could have, with the hardcore, just made it like that, except, you know, exception of having to die to go back to the beginning part of the game. Anyway, it is what it is, and we are playing on hardcore, so if you follow the little steps on saving to the zip drive, you're not going to have any issues as far as if you die, you know, you got to start back to the beginning. I wish it had a trick like that to use on the hardcore mode in Dead Space 2. Unfortunately, in that game, saving to a zip drive would not really help you. Exception if your game crashed or something like that. But I've never really experienced that particular problem on Dead Space 2. In Dead Space 2, they just give you 3 or 4 saves for the whole game, so that kind of makes it a little on the challenging side. So obviously you would want to save one of those saves for the very end of the game before the boss battle at the end, so it only limited you to a couple saves throughout the game. So you'd have to, you know, get to like chapter 6, 7, or 8 or something for your first save, and then to maybe 10 or 11 for your second, and then drive all the way to the end. So if you died, you'd have to go back to your previous save, which is a lot better than having to go back to the very beginning of the game, but okay, we got a optional room up here that's got a collectible, I believe, up there. So you have to grab that power node, put it in the door up here. Get your collectibles and then grab the power node again to continue on. Looks like we got a bot spot down here. So grab your circuit, put your bot down. Have your partner grab the power node and then drop it down here so you can put it in the next door. Okay, I guess we put the power node in the wrong door. Okay, this is one of these areas where Carver is going to have his little trip out. So we kind of want to get in a position where I can cover him. Or it's another wave. I believe once we activate the door, that'll activate the enemy wave. So gonna put him in a corner.
I've done enough damage already.
But that can change. You can change, John.
How, Samara? How do I undo what I've done, unsee what I've seen? Bring back all the people I've killed? When you lose your soul, it's gone and there's no getting it back.
So that's it? You're just gonna give up?
I gave up a long time ago.
Okay, I guess it wasn't that room. Looks like we got a weapon part up here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and break the video here in just a second. As we're getting up to our main room here where we have our big battle. Okay, we're going to break the video here. Come back with the next part of this optional quest, AA Gamer for Life, Demented Priest. Okay, hardcore on Dead Space 3. Best thing to do is to save the game to a zip drive at the end of every chapter or any place that you think you may die. You want to just go back to the dashboard, go under system settings, to storage, go to your hard drive, go under the game, Dead Space 3. You'll see the slot for hardcore and just save it over to the zip drive. Now, if you happen to die, what you do is you go back to the dashboard, you go into your hard drive, and you delete that one save spot, and then go to your zip drive and copy it back to your hard drive, and then you're golden. So basically what you're seeing here is to save it to your zip drive. If you do die, you just reverse the process to put the game back on your hard drive, and you're good. So don't sweat the hardcore, just follow this step, and if you die, just do that.